Jim, you were, as you would expect, really disappointed on Saturday. I just wondered, after some of the things that you said in the dressing room and to us afterwards, what the reaction's been like today.
Yeah, I'm very frustrated. I think it's a game that we could have won, and haven't looked back on it. I think that's been backed up. I think there's, with regards to your working week and what we touched on in areas where we could score and hurt them. There was plenty of evidence of that, but we just lacked that quality from mid to final third. And when we did get it right, we didn't score the goal at the opportunities that arose suggested we should have. We had plenty of chances. Really disappointing in that regards. But we're playing against the League One side who are doing quite well at the minute, and not too many changes within the starting lineup. And we give a good account of ourselves, and on another day we win the game, we go into the next round. So I'm really frustrated, because it was very similar to the week before against Walsall as well, but we can't keep talking about how well we're playing and how much we've hurt the opposition. We haven't put the ball in the back of the net, and we've switched off very much like we did do the week before from a long throw. It was a criminal goal from our point of view to concede, and very much again on Saturday, stuff that we'd spoke about, we'd worked on. They're quite bright as a team, Bristol Rovers. They do take quick corners, quick free kicks, and we defended them really well up until that moment, and then we just switched off, and we just got caught at sixes and sevens, and before we knew it, the ball was in the back of our net. So I'm disappointed in the manner in which we lost the game. I'm frustrated. I believe we could have won the last two games, but we've got nothing to show for it, and I don't really like people saying, oh well we've played. And both managers who we know well, Joey Barton and Michael Flynn, the last two games have both been really complimentary about us, and saying that we could have had a good chance of winning both games. But at the end of the day, we'll come away not scoring in both games, and missed out on points in the league, and falling out of the FA Cup competition at the first hurdle. So very frustrated, angry after the game Saturday. I've gone through clips of the team today, the squad today, just to reiterate what I meant with regards to how we played, how we conceded, and just to give them some confidence in regards to that they are creating numerous chances, but ultimately we've got to start taking some of them, to score more goals and win more games. So, yeah, disappointed, but we put it to bed now and we move forward quickly.
Have you... sorry, I think my corner just stopped. There we go. Have you got enough in this group now, do you think, to deliver between now and January what you're going to need to keep yourself away from that relegation zone, do you think?
Who knows? I haven't got a crystal ball. I think what we are doing, we're very thorough with our work. We'll go through the analysis, we'll show them clips, we'll go through it with individuals, we'll go through it as a team, we'll exploit or try and exploit and show them areas or different ways of scoring goals, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to just rely on one player or one way of playing as a team, and that was typified again on Saturday. Yeah, we had opportunities from the counter attack, which I think were a good counter attacking side. There was good overloads in areas and combination play and little moments where players can get half a yard and get a shot off. So they are capable of getting into those areas, but the hardest thing in football is putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's over to them in that regard, and that's what I said to him today. They're all paid professional footballers, and those forward players or midfielders you get on, or even anyone. We even had opportunities on Saturday for fullbacks. Sadiki's had a good chance. Jimmy Kearhane's had a shot on target. So right throughout the team, I can't point the finger at one individual. I think out of the players that got on the pitch on Saturday, was easily 7 or 8 of them could have scored a goal. So we've got to continue to do that, but they've got to step up to the plate and make sure that they do what they're paid to do, and that is, if you're a forward or any player that gets into those positions, at least hit the target. And by the law of averages, if you do that more often than not, you're going to score more goals. But we're dragging things wide, putting it over the bar, and when we did test the keeper, he saved what come his way. So we've got to keep believing, keep working hard. We've done that in training again today. We continue to show them the clips, reinforce the messages, and they're proving, since we've come in, we've scored a couple of goals in regards to the earlier on. Accrington and Carlisle spring to mind. Quigley's come in and done well for us and helps us in the way we want to play. He's obviously got a few goals, we're missing him at the minute. But they're capable, as I say, they've just got to step up to the plate and make sure they do it on a more regular basis.
The other thing, I guess, with all this is keeping like you said, keeping the players' confidence up. And as you said on Saturday, you're not getting battered.
No, not at all. Again, we do all the stats, we look over the game thoroughly. Myself, the analysis, Nick Chadwick, me assistant, other staff members will look, and if we come away from Bristol Rovers or Walsall, who are, probably I think the form side of League Two at the minute, and you go, we've been beaten 3 or 4-0, we haven't had a chance or very limited, we haven't had much possession, we've been absolutely steamrolled, then you hold your hands up and say there's plenty of work to do. Now, part and parcel of the game, it doesn't matter whether you're in the Premier League or down the levels into certainly our level and non-league, there will be spells within games or games that you play in where you'll have the majority of the ball or you create loads of chances. There'll be other times, like we went to Tranmere recently, where it was backs to the wall and we had to dig in and defend for our lives. But that part and parcel of the game, I think we've proven that we can do that. I think we are a little bit more, quite a lot more robust. They're things that we've worked on, we've tightened up, we've got a bit stronger. Not as tight as I'd like us to be, but we're certainly, not getting battered by anyone. And I'll include Bristol Rovers, who are a good, solid League One club in that as well. So that's positive. We've got to make sure that we can continue to do that. Still tighten up a bit, and then obviously the top end of the pitch is the most important to score the goals and win the games. So that's where we've got to come up the most.
Do you think home tie, local derby is perhaps what you need right now, or is it quite a big case? Got Salford in 8th. It's one of the tougher games you're facing in League Two this season. But is it perhaps what you need? A home crowd, bit of spice in the fixture as well.
Well, certainly being at home's good. You want your crowd to get behind you, and I know that. The club over the last couple of years has lost some good players out of relegation. It's a bit of a difficult season last year. It's certainly difficult this year in the position. What we found ourselves in when I come in, and certainly since we've only moved up a couple of positions, but we're still right in the mix at the bottom end. But it's important that your own crowd get behind you. There can be a bit of doom and gloom, but that's got to make sure that it doesn't come onto the pitch and any negativity. I think. For you to win fixtures, doesn't matter who you're playing, whether the local derby or you're on the road to the other end of the country, you need your fans with you, and they've got to get behind us and all in it together mentality, no negativity. Leave that for after the game or the end of the season. But for any game that we participate in, we need the crowd right behind us, and certainly at home, they've been great since they've come in. They've on the road, at home, and we need more of the same, because any player will tell you, once you've got your crowd behind you, it does help you. So we're going to need them. We need to make sure that we give them something to cheer as well. I'm very appreciative of that. And I think for large spells we have done that as well. So, again, that's typified in the reaction of the away crowd on Saturday. Walsall the week before as well, where the crowd have really, our fans have really clapped us off. But I'm frustrated. As I said before, we need to win more games than what we're doing. We should be winning more games, and we can all enjoy it together. But the crowd's massive to us. It's another big game tomorrow. They're coming thick and fast. But no better place to get back on track in front of your home crowd at home in a derby fixture as well.